Right now, in Morning News Now, market free fall. U.S. stocks take a historic nosedive as investors react to President Trump's sweeping tariffs announcement. The S&P 500 wiping out roughly $2 trillion in market value in just one day. President Trump downplaying the sell-off and defending his trade policy, telling reporters yesterday it's all part of his plan.
The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom. And the rest of the world wants to see, is there any way they can make a deal? You'll see how it's going to turn out. Our country's going to boom.
We'll dig into the chaos on Wall Street and what it all means for your wallet. Plus, purge at the National Security Agency. The director and his number two suddenly fired overnight without explanation from the White House. We'll have the latest as Democrats demand answers and raise concerns over what it means for American safety. Also this morning, trail of devastation. At least 7 people are dead after severe storms tore through the Midwest and the South. We'll have a look at the damage left behind and tell you where the rain is headed next as millions of Americans wake up under flood alerts. And finally, college basketball glory. This year's thrilling March Madness tournament comes down to an epic weekend of Final Four matchups, with the women set to play for the national championship on Sunday. So whether your bracket is in shambles or not, we'll break down which teams look primed to be crowned champions. Good morning. I'm Emily Ketta. Joe and Savannah are on assignment. We begin our show with the financial markets, which continue to slide after President Trump's newly imposed tariffs sparked a trade war and heightened the risk of a global economic recession. And just this morning, China announced it was retaliating by slapping a 34% tariff on all goods imported from the U.S. from April 10th. The measure started a worldwide sell-off on Thursday, with U.S. stocks seeing their biggest one-day drop since the height of the COVID-19 pandemic 5 years ago. The S&P 500 suffered a $2 trillion wipeout in what was a disastrous day for markets. And the financial turmoil is showing no signs of slowing this morning. Asian markets closed deep in the red, with European stocks also currently down. While here in the U.S., the Dow futures are pointing to another day of losses. Speaking on Air Force One yesterday, the president downplayed the market moves and said the tide will eventually turn.
It's to be expected. This is a patient that was very sick. We really inherited a terrible economy that went through an operation on Liberation Day, and it's going to be a booming country.
Joining us now to talk more about all this is NBC News business and data correspondent Brian Chung. Okay, Brian, it's good to have you with us. It's shaping up to be another rocky day. I think a lot of people this morning, they're thinking about their retirement savings invested in stocks and bonds. So is there cause for concern here, or is this just a case of holding your nerve?
Yeah, and especially after that China announcement, now we're seeing market futures really tumble farther. In fact, markets looking like they might open 3% down once the bell starts at 9:30 Eastern time. So, yeah, for a lot of those that are holding on to a stock portfolio, they're saying, oh, my gosh, what is going on here? When are we going to see the end of this? And the answer is we just simply don't know. Until we get more certainty on the tariffs, it's unlikely to stop the volatility. So to that point, the idea here is to stay the course. If you have an investment thesis here where you're squirreling money away for retirement accounts for maybe 20 or 30 years from now, don't pull that money early just because you have a few bad days on the stock market. In fact, some people might say this actually offers the ability to get stocks at a cheaper discount. But for those that are nearing retirement, that were looking at taking money out of the market anyway, talk to your financial advisor to see if there's any sort of asset allocations that could really help you maximize whatever you do want to take out. And lastly, I want to say use high-yield savings accounts. Interest rates are still relatively higher now than they were a few years ago. So just having your cash, even if it's saved away, getting 3 to 4% on a high-yield savings account is probably a good idea.
Yeah, good point there. And I think economists are just beginning to wrap their minds around this. Obviously, there's concern here in the U.S., but just how much of a shock is this around the world? Yeah, well, I mean, for the past few weeks, we were talking about the U.S. trade negotiations with Canada and Mexico and China. But now with these reciprocal or so-called reciprocal tariffs, now this is really bringing into the fold every country around the world, because there's that baseline of 10% on top of what they call those reciprocal tariffs. So for that reason, you have a number of economists that are now saying this has really added to the global risk of recession, not just in the United States, but around the world. I mean, Emily, it's so interesting. JP Morgan just had a note yesterday saying that they've increased the odds of a global recession from 40
to 60%.
Wow.
So this is a big deal and definitely something that can't be just kind of shuffled under the rug.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know one of the things that you've been digging into is the impact of these tariffs on consumers, the price of goods. So what can we expect?
Yeah, well, global recession risk, that's still a lot of economic speak. But when it comes to just the prices that you pay at the store, again, because it's so wide-ranging, it can make everything from toys to electronics a lot more expensive. I spoke to some folks about exactly when and how much they could expect those price increases to hit consumers.
President Trump says his sweeping tariffs on imports will level the playing field for American companies making products in the USA.
And today we're standing up for the American worker, and we are finally putting America first.
But for American consumers, it could mean higher prices on some of the most well-known brands that make their products overseas if they pass the cost of the tariff on to their customers. By one estimate, higher prices will cost the median household $690 annually. In electronics, Best Buy says they source about 55% of their products from China, and analysts estimate Apple assembles the majority of its iPhones there. In apparel, Nike made half its footwear last year in Vietnam, where Adidas also sourced the largest share of its goods. Tariffs impacting furniture, too. Wayfair says its products come from China and 5 Southeast Asian countries facing tariffs. And one of the bigger categories that could get hit, toys.
Tonka Steel Classics.
Basic Fun, maker of Care Bears and Tonka trucks, says a majority of their products are made in China.
A $29.99 Tonka Mighty Dump Truck, which is our classic, one of our most classic items, that will be a $39.99 Tonka truck this Christmas. There's no other way around it.
Basic Fun saying there are no factories in the U.S. that can make what they sell.
And there's no production here in the United States to shift to.
But in Ohio, the CEO of toy maker Simplay 3 tells us he supports the tariffs.
Bringing American jobs back here, that's really important.
His company makes all their products here in the U.S., so he says they won't have to raise their prices.
We're building it right here. We've got a strong workforce and the ability for the consumer to purchase it the same price that it was at Christmas time. I think they appreciate that.
The Trump administration also closing a loophole on the tax-free treatment of goods shipped directly from China, meaning those discounted Shein and Temu products will likely get pricier too.
Okay, Brian, so let's talk tips. What can we do to avoid some of these price increases?
Yeah, well, it's going to depend on category because for things like food, you can't stock up on a bunch of perishables that are just going to go bad anyway. But the categories like chocolate, coffee, wine as well, those could get more expensive as this tariff war ratchets up. So if you see a good price, maybe snag some of that. Electronics prices could also get more expensive, especially if you think about the timing of this. Maybe it's around the holidays that the full brunt of these tariffs will make smartphones or laptops hundreds of dollars more expensive. And then cars, this is a big one. I spent the entirety of Tuesday at a car dealership, and car dealers were telling me, prices might not go up necessarily in the next few weeks, but in a matter of months, it won't be long before you start to see perhaps thousands of dollars added to the cost of a new vehicle, as much as $15,000 for some foreign imports. So again, if you're trying to make that big ticket purchase, perhaps buying sooner rather than later is not a bad idea. But I want to point out, don't panic.
Yeah, don't
buy anything you don't need because, especially for right now, budget is still really important.
All right, Brian Chung, staying on top of all of it for us. We'll continue this conversation. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Turning now to the turnover in the federal government continues as President Trump has fired at least 3 members of his National Security Council this week. The firings happened after the president met with far-right activist Laura Loomer, who expressed dissatisfaction with some officials on his national security team. This is according to 3 people familiar with the matter. This comes as we're also learning Air Force General Timothy Hawk and his deputy have been dismissed from their roles at the National Security Agency, the nation's chief cyber intelligence and electronic eavesdropping agency. NBC News senior White House correspondent Garrett Haake joins us now with more on this. Garrett, good morning. You're going to break it all down for us. Let's begin with the firings we learned about last night at the National Security Agency. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, Emily, we don't know nearly as much as we would like in this case, candidly. The White House has offered no explanation for why these 2 career national security officials were removed from their posts yesterday. But the answer may be in that fact that these were career officials, each having served decades, including throughout the Biden presidency and having worked closely with some of the military and intelligence officials with whom the president views in great distaste, like former Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mark Milley. We know they were also targeted by Laura Loomer, the far-right activist who's raised a series of complaints with the president about staffing within his administration, arguing that there are career officials throughout the government, even those placed by the Trump administration who are somehow disloyal to him. And so these firings occurring late yesterday, and no official explanation of any kind from the White House or the NSA so far.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, this is not the first time Laura Loomer has been in the President Trump's ear. We know she met with the president in the Oval Office on Wednesday. What do we know was discussed during the meeting, and who was let go?
Yeah, Loomer has been a controversial figure in and around Trump world for years. Some folks might remember even during the campaign, she was traveling with the president just before his debate with Vice President Harris. That caused a lot of alarm in Trump world that some of her more controversial views might end up coming out of Donald Trump's mouth. She met with the president on Wednesday and raised, she says, complaints about some folks in the president's national security staff. We later learned that at least 3 officials there had been fired, although the president said yesterday these facts aren't related to one another. Listen to the president here on Air Force One.
So Laura Loomer is a very good patriot. She is a very strong person.
What did she recommend?
She recommended certain people for jobs.
Adding to the administration, not
Adding.
Who did she
not
recommend?
firing?
Well, she'll recommend that too. But yesterday she recommended some people for jobs.
Did she have anything to do with the NSC aides who were ousted?
No.
Emily, the president and Loomer's recollections there contradict, and frankly, I think we should view the president's comments there with an enormous grain of salt unless and until his administration provides a better explanation for why these people were summarily fired yesterday.
Okay, Garrett, so the Pentagon has announced that its Inspector General will investigate Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's role in the Signal app chat leak that, of course, happened last month. This comes after the editor-in-chief for The Atlantic was inadvertently added to a Signal group that had sensitive information regarding military actions in Yemen. So what information is the Inspector General looking for here?
Yeah, here we have an acting inspector general after the most recent full-time occupant of that job was fired by the Trump administration. He says he's responding to a letter from senators asking him to look into, in this case, quite narrowly, the Secretary of Defense's role in this group chat, the secretary's conduct, his commentary, whether it complied with rules on classification and keeping relevant information secret during military operations, and perhaps to look broader at whether the DOD's rules comply with the rest of the governments. There's no timeline for when that report will be completed, but it will be due back to Congress, so we should see at least some of it eventually, Emily.
Garrett, covering it all for us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You bet.
It's been a tough and frightening week across the Midwest and the South as severe weather has left a trail of devastation, and it's not over yet. At least 7 people have died. 5 in Tennessee, 1 in Indiana, and 1 in Missouri, and more than a dozen are injured. As you can see, buildings have been destroyed, trees are down, and thousands remain without power due to the nonstop severe storms that have spawned tornadoes. This all comes as a potentially historic flood threat continues this weekend for the mid-Mississippi and Ohio valleys, with millions of Americans waking up under flood alerts this morning. Joining us now with the latest on this wicked spring weather is NBC News correspondent George Solis. He's live in Paducah, Kentucky. George, good morning. What are you seeing on the ground there now, and how are people coping with the aftermath of these severe storms?
Yeah, hey, good morning, Emily. We're in downtown Paducah right now, where the scenery isn't just beautiful. That wall there is a mural, but behind it is the Ohio River. And what you want to know, need to know, is that what people are closely looking at is how much rain is going to fall here over the next several days and how high that river will get. Now, at this moment, it does not look like this wall will reach that flood stage where they need to put those floodgates in. However, officials, of course, not taking any chances. As you may be able to see, rain is starting to fall here in Kentucky, and we're expecting to see that over the next several days. The other big story here, of course, was the tornado damage here. Now, the National Weather Service reporting that it appears an EF2 tornado touched down here between McCracken County, where we are, and Ballard County, where it is the neighboring county. Now, we spent a good amount of time in both of these counties yesterday. Seems 2 churches were sort of the epicenter of these twisters. One of them destroying a sanctuary of a church. Fortunately, there was no one in there. Pastor telling us, you know, we made the decision to close the day before to not hold any services. It ended up being the right call. Now, in Ballard County, this is where it gets a little sad. This is where one of the injuries from this area came from. There was a family that apparently sought to seek shelter from one of the twisters underneath a carport by a church there. The storm overtaking that area, and unfortunately an 8-year-old child was critically injured. He was rushed to a hospital there, and I do believe from the local sheriff there was some video that was released. Actually, let me take that back. That video came from McCracken County, from that other church. Either way, there is a lot of video circulating out there of just the harrowing scenes that were unfolding here in the overnight hours as those twisters moved through. And again, as I'm standing here, rain's starting to pick up now, and we are looking at, again, just that significant rainfall over the next couple of days, which, of course, is, again, a big concern for the residents here when you talk about that flash flooding. Emily?
And George, to your point, how are authorities urging people to prepare for this weekend's weather?
Yeah, always have a plan. They're actually calling on residents to make sure things like storm gutters, those storm drains are clear, right? Anything that will help with those waters, help them recede as quickly as possible. Because, again, as we've seen some localized flash flooding. These are areas that are already prone. But when you talk about the big flooding event here, again, when you talk about the river and how that may play a role, you have mitigation factors like the wall here behind me that will keep the waters at bay. But again, it just really depends on just how quickly that rainfall and just how prolonged that event's going to be, Emily.
George Solis in Kentucky for us. Thanks so much for staying on top of this, George. And much more weather is on the way this morning. Let's bring in NBC News meteorologist Angie Lassman. Angie, good morning. What's the outlook this morning?
Hi, Emily. Good morning to you. Unfortunately, George, exactly right in saying that this is going to be a prolonged event. We've got multiple more days of these same kind of impacts that we've been dealing with over the same areas. This is what's most concerning, right? We've got potential to see more of that heavy rain and severe weather through some of those same areas today. So here's what's going on right now. The heavy rain, it has been ongoing, and we're really waking up to some soggy conditions again for folks in Lexington, Beckley, back up into parts of the Northeast as well, and back towards sections of the South, including Texas and Oklahoma. So no surprise that we've got expansive flood alerts at this hour. 38 million people. Today, we are once again going to see that repeat performance of the heavy rain working through and the potential for more of that flooding. And you can see why. We've got really saturated soils. As we look back to Wednesday morning, we've got more than 4 inches that have fallen in Jackson. We've got nearly 4 inches in Nashville, almost 4 inches in Hot Springs. Check out Memphis, nearly 7 inches of rain since Wednesday morning. And unfortunately, there's more on the way. Here's what we're looking at as far as additional rainfall. We've got the potential for 3 to 5, even up to 7 inches. Where you see this darker shaded red, that's 7 inches of additional rain for Jonesboro, Little Rock. You see Paducah in that 5-inch range. But we could see localized amounts up to 10 inches. That puts us basically at totals, when this is all said and done through the weekend, upwards of maybe 15 inches in some spots. So over a foot of rain in a very short period of time. That means that the flash flooding is not only going to be widespread, but you're going to see flooding concerns in places that don't normally flood. We'll likely see some water rescues. We'll likely see road closures. It will be life-threatening, and potentially by the time we wrap up the weekend, historic flash flooding across this area. Texarkana to Paducah, you're in the high risk through Sunday. We've got Nashville in that moderate risk. Basically, if you are anywhere in the blue or pinks, you've got a concern for flash flooding. Specifically, that lighter pink is where we're most concerned. As we look ahead, though, to this afternoon, we're going to ramp up that severe threat again. We've got the chance to see long-lived supercells develop specifically into the late afternoon hours and, unfortunately, over those same areas. So we've got Evansville to San Antonio included in it, but where you see the moderate risk, Little Rock. You're right in the center of that, right in the bullseye. We'll see those tornadoes likely once again, and a couple of them could be strong. The hail, the wind gusts on the table as well. Texarkana, Shreveport, Jonesboro, Memphis. These are the locations that once again are going to want to have a way to get those alerts through this afternoon, and even into the overnight periods, we'll still see this active. Tomorrow, no rest for the weary. We've got another round of these severe storms that develop, and we've got that highest tornado threat really centered from Tennessee down through Texas, including Louisiana, Mississippi, and parts of Arkansas, and just a sliver of Missouri. Either way, the biggest threat is going to be the tornadoes again, and EF2 will be possible, specifically Alexandria to Greenville, including Monroe. But that tornado risk is expansive, Emily. This is going to be something that we see last through tomorrow, of course, with the severe weather, but we've got the prolonged rain event that'll go through the weekend, so the flooding concern will be with us through Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, for some of these communities, it's a 1, 2, even 3 plunge.
You're
Authorities
exactly right.
really trying to get the message out. Thanks so much, Angie.
Of course.
All right, we are now just hours away from the deadline to determine TikTok's future in the U.S. President Trump has said he's confident that the White House will find a buyer for the app before tomorrow's deadline. So with the clock ticking on a national TikTok ban again, here's Morning News Now anchor Savannah Sellers with more on what to watch.
Hey, Em, thanks for holding down the fort. Good morning from a windy Palm Beach. I am here because President Trump is here at Mar-a-Lago. And the reason that we are here, of course, is because we are waiting on this TikTok announcement. Vice President J.D. Vance, who has been tasked with leading these discussions, has repeatedly said that President Trump will be a part of this announcement. So we are anticipating that we could get that today or tomorrow. Now, of course, tomorrow is that deadline. We've also heard from both of these gentlemen that they do plan to have an announcement for us by that deadline. So in theory, that would mean by some point tomorrow. What we're really waiting on to hear here is who the president essentially is choosing to win this bid for TikTok. We have seen so many people throw their hat in the ring, even as late as this week, including a huge name, Amazon, also OnlyFans, a company called AppLovin. There's been a Wyoming billionaire named Reed Reisner who's raised about $50 billion, Frank McCourt and Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. And then one bid that has been getting quite a bit of attention, which would see existing U.S. investors in TikTok join with people like Larry Ellison, like Mark Andreessen, like Blackstone, to kind of put together this group to take over from any Chinese investors in the company. Now, there are huge open questions here, Emily. I really mean huge. First of all, does what they're planning satisfy the law? Under some reporting right now, we are seeing that there's a potential that China remains in some way, and the all-important algorithm for the app is essentially leased from ByteDance. Does that take away those national security concerns? We will have to see. We are also, of course, waiting to hear from China and from ByteDance. ByteDance has only ever said on the record it is not for sale. We do believe that the Trump administration would be working directly with the Chinese government, with President Xi. And even as recently as yesterday, President Trump mentioned that this could be tied to tariffs, that should China allow a TikTok deal to go through, he would give China a reduction in tariffs. Could that be a motivating factor here? We will see. But we are on alert for any type of press conference, any type of Truth Social post, any type of comment as he's headed somewhere today, the president. So we will, of course, be on it for you all day. Back to you.
Still so many outstanding questions, Savannah. Thanks so much. Much more to come here on Morning News Now. Later this hour, March Madness enters the final stretch. We've got your guide to this weekend's Final Four. But up first, immigration battle. The Trump administration heads to federal court today after being accused of wrongfully deporting a Maryland father to El Salvador. We'll have the latest as the administration claims they have no way to get him home. Welcome back. Today in a federal courtroom in Maryland, a deportation case that has sparked outrage will be back before a judge. 3 weeks ago, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Maryland father, was deported to a prison in El Salvador despite a 2019 court order that he could remain in the country. The administration conceded in a court filing on Monday that the move was an administrative error and is saying it lacks the power to bring him home. Now the White House is leveling new accusations against Abrego Garcia.
Back in 2019, an immigration judge looked at all the evidence, looked at all the data, and concluded that this allegedly innocent person that we sent to El Salvador was actually a member of an MS-13 gang. He had also committed some traffic violations. He had not shown up for some court dates. This is not exactly Father of the Year here.
Abrego Garcia's family and attorneys have denied any ties to the MS-13 gang, adding that the U.S. has little evidence to support this claim. NBC News legal affairs reporter Gary Grumbach joins us now from Washington with more on this. Gary, good morning. This mistaken deportation is prompting backlash from elected officials, including Baltimore's Mayor Brandon Scott. He said everybody, Republican or Democrat, should be concerned that people who were not supposed to be put on those planes and sent out of this country had that happen to them, period. So, Gary, can you walk us through Abrego Garcia's background and how he ended up on this flight to El Salvador?
Yeah, Kilmar Abrego Garcia came to the U.S. illegally in 2011, and he was fleeing gang violence in El Salvador. He was picked up by immigration authorities in 2019, arrested, and went through those immigration proceedings. It was then that a confidential human source told the judge that they believed this man was part of the MS-13 gang. That's something that his attorneys and his family strongly denies in this case. And he was then given final orders of removal, but those final orders of removal were immediately paused because of the dangers that might come to Abrigo Garcia if he were to return to El Salvador. So last month, he was picked up again in the parking lot of the local IKEA with his son, his 5-year-old son, in the back seat of the car. And now, because of his alleged affiliation with MS-13, he was on the list of folks that were ready to go with final orders of deportation removal on that third flight that left from Texas on March 15th, something the government is now calling an administrative error. Emily?
And Gary, the Trump administration is saying that even though this was an error, the courts are powerless to order Abrigo Garcia's return. So what does the law actually say about that, and how is his family responding?
So there's what the courts can do and what the courts can't do. What the courts can't do here is order the El Salvadoran officials to release this man. This man's not a U.S. citizen, and the courts have no power over the El Salvadorian officials or the CICOT prison in El Salvador. What the courts can do is order the Trump administration to say, hey, El Salvador, please bring this man back. It was a mistake. The family of Abrigo Garcia is also asking the judge today in a hearing at 1 p.m. in Greenbelt, Maryland, to stop paying for the government to stop paying for this man to be in that CICOT prison, something that's costing thousands of dollars every month.
All right, Gary Grumbach, we'll be watching closely. Thanks so much. Let's return to our top story this morning, the newly implemented U.S. tariffs impacting countries around the world. Among the countries hardest hit by the levies is China, which is also one of America's biggest trading partners. NBC News international correspondent Janice Mackey-Frayer visited an apparel factory there to find out how the new tariffs could impact the price you'll pay here at home.
Inside this factory in southern China, Ace Headwear is trying to keep up with both demand and this week's seismic change to global trade. The factory sews, embroiders, and finishes hats for well-known brands sold in the U.S. like Wilson and Fila.
This is for USA market, see.
And has licenses for the sort of Major League sports gear that Americans buy or wear every day.
This one company is making more than 2 million hats a year, and 40% of them are going to the U.S.
But now that President Trump has slapped at least 54% tariffs on all goods made in China, from toys to plastics to car parts, basically everything.
That's the result.
Ace owner Jeffy Ma says he can't absorb the costs.
As I told you, manufacturing profit is very low. Even in China, very low. So we cannot afford those tax.
It means those tariffs will show up as higher prices for his American buyers.
So anyone who buys a baseball hat, a trucker hat, a fishing hat, anything.
Yeah, anything. So you can compare. That's why USA the prices goes up. All the products prices goes up.
And it won't be just these hats. With an abundant supply chain and cheaper labor, China has long been the world's factory. 80% of all toys sold in the United States are made in China. That's not just imported toys, but 80% of all toys sold in America. For clothing and footwear, 29% of what's sold in the U.S. is made here. Major brands are set to take a major hit. Adidas has 82 factories in China. H&M makes half its clothes here and in Bangladesh, which was hit with a 37% tariff. And Nike, 18% of its products are made here, and a full half of it made in Vietnam, which will see tariffs of 46%.
I think all of us in the supply chain, from the brand to the manufacturer in the supply chain, I think all of us are influenced, are affected.
The Ace Headwear strategy: sell more to China and other markets in Asia as the costs of doing business with the U.S. and the stakes go higher. Janice Mackey-Frayer, NBC News, Guangzhou.
And coming up, microplastics under the microscope. As researchers say, the tiny particles are turning up throughout the human body. We have a closer look at how it could be affecting our health when we come back. And we're back with a closer look at microplastics and how they affect our health. From cutting boards to lunch containers or your daily coffee order, plastic touches the food we eat every day. In a recent study, researchers detected tiny pieces of plastic in more than half of human organ systems. This includes vital organs like our lungs, arteries, and even brains. NBC News Now anchor Vicky Nguyen explains what this means and how you can limit your exposure to these plastics.
Plastic is everywhere. It's in containers and bags and bottles, a convenient staple of American homes and businesses for decades.
Plastics help save you from dents and broken bones.
But it can also break down into tiny pieces called microplastics that are less than 5 millimeters in diameter, some a fraction of the width of a strand of hair, and nanoplastics, which are even tinier. Researchers are still learning what it means for us, but they say these plastic pieces are getting inside our bodies through what we eat and drink. At the University of Rhode Island, microplastics scientist Victoria Fulfer, who works with a nonprofit researching plastics pollution, set up a demonstration to show us.
First up, Victoria, a very common item a lot of people have in their homes.
Exactly. Plastic cutting boards are everywhere, so we're going to cut this onion and see how much microplastic comes off.
After we sliced and rinsed a couple pieces of the onion, the filtered water revealed what Fulfer expected, tiny pieces of plastic from the cutting board.
So what are we looking at right there? That looks like a piece of red plastic.
Exactly. That is most likely a microplastic that came straight off that cutting board.
And when she cut up an entire onion, we found many more.
All of these red particles are from that cutting board.
And that's ending up in what we eat, which ends up in our bodies.
Exactly.
A recent study from the University of Nebraska found heating a plastic container in the microwave caused more microplastics and nanoplastics to get into food than refrigerating the container or keeping it at room temperature. So we wanted to see how much plastic would be released from a common black plastic takeout container. These black plastic pieces came off a takeout container Fulfer microwaved.
A lot of containers that we see say microwave safe. What does that actually mean?
So mostly when a container says microwave safe, it means it's safe for the container to be in the microwave. It's not going to melt. But that doesn't mean that it's safe for you as a person, because microwaving plastic allows any chemicals that are in those plastics to leach from that container into the food that you're heating up.
What about these plastic containers used for leftovers? Fulfer microwaved peas in one.
This is something a lot of people use to take their lunch to work or to store food in the fridge.
Exactly.
And that's the plastic you found?
That's the plastic that came off of it, yeah.
And what about those paper cups used for hot drinks? They're often lined with plastic, and when we heated water and stirred it, that's what we found.
Here, we can see 2 polyethylene fragments.
Researchers say all that plastic in our food and drinks might be adding up in our bodies. A recent study found high levels of microplastics in human brains, and there appeared to be more in people with dementia. But the researchers don't know whether more plastic actually caused those symptoms. Another study found people with microplastics in the plaque in their arteries had a higher risk of heart attack, stroke, or death, though it also doesn't prove a direct cause. Dr. Leo Tresande, who directs NYU's Center for Investigation of Environmental Hazards, says potential health effects could be wide-ranging.
We're talking about cardiovascular mortality. We're also talking about hormone-sensitive cancers, breast, thyroid, ovarian, not to mention kidney cancer that have been associated with these chemical exposures.
In a statement, the Plastics Industry Association said, in part, these materials are not only safe, but also essential to our daily lives, keeping food fresh, ensuring medical supplies remain sterile, and enhancing overall quality of life.
What do you say to people who say this concern over plastics is way overblown? We're overreacting.
Unfortunately, the science talks.
To cut down on plastics, researchers say choose glass or stainless steel containers, try wooden cutting boards, and use glass or ceramic in the microwave.
What is your bottom line takeaway then when it comes to plastics?
So we need to take the safe and simple steps now to reduce our plastic footprint.
Thanks to Vicky Nguyen for that report. Researchers have found that just putting hot food in plastic could get microplastics into your meal. And scientists from China discovered that people who ate off of disposable plastic tableware had more microplastics in their bodies. For now, when you buy drinks, fruits, and vegetables, they say, think about the packaging. And staying with health news, we've got to look at a new program that aims to improve care for sick kids without racking up extra medical bills. It's called Children's Hospital at Home, and it allows them to recover in the comfort of their home. NBC News correspondent Ann Thompson has the details.
For Stephanie Conlon and her 6-year-old daughter Mackenzie, this is a wish come true.
Look at that smile. I see it. I see it. We get to go home.
Going home with hospital-level care from Levine Children's Hospital in Charlotte, where Mackenzie was treated for dehydration from the flu. She also has cerebral palsy.
How good is it to be home? It's amazing, and that's all you want for your kid, is to get out as quick as you can.
They are part of Atrium Health's Hospital at Home for Kids, an option already offered to adults. Like that program, there is an iPad with 24/7 access to nurses.
You can call me anytime.
And a video doctor visit at least twice a day.
We're going to do a little bit of short-term thickening for the next 24 hours or so until we shake the flu.
Patients range from newborns needing light therapy to those like Mackenzie on the road to recovery. Stopping by in person, paramedic Johan Pekson, one of 5 paramedics especially trained to treat kids.
We're not showing up to people on the worst day of their lives. They're happy to see us.
His truck is packed with all the typical medical equipment and something just for kids, a distraction bag.
Is there a surefire winner in this bag?
You know, so far the teddy bears work, but I think this is really the real winner.
Program director Dr. Stephanie Reed says it is cost neutral with potentially better outcomes.
Generally, kids are better at receiving something from mom and dad than from people that they don't know.
For Mackenzie and her mom, the benefits are immeasurable.
Just as the mom of somebody with special needs, it's really hard to think sometimes that you can do everything that they need at home.
Now there's help for whatever they need. Ann Thompson, NBC News, Charlotte.
Coming up, Tiger King 2.0 will take you inside a Las Vegas home where a bunch of big cats were just rescued. What the owner is now saying about it from jail. Plus, college basketball's big night, your Final Four preview, up next. We're back with a story that sounds like it was pulled from the plot of a Netflix show. 7 tigers were seized from a private property in Las Vegas on Wednesday. The owner is now speaking out from jail, claiming the tigers were his emotional support animals, and some of them were even rescued from the notorious Tiger King, Joe Exotic. NBC News correspondent Dana Griffin has more.
A big cat raid 60 miles outside of Las Vegas.
The public wasn't in any danger, any jeopardy.
In an exclusive jailhouse interview with NBC's Las Vegas affiliate KSNV, Nevada's own Tiger King sharing his side of the story after 7 tigers were seized from his property.
They chose to come with their machine guns and their Bearcat and ram my gate, and none of that was necessary.
Big cat enthusiast Carl Mitchell filming as deputies arrived Wednesday morning.
They don't have a right to take these tigers.
No, they don't.
The sheriff's office says for years, Mitchell has owned those animals without the proper permits.
We have received information over the years that he has been seen walking the tigers loose around the property, off the property in the desert. There have been social media posts from him with people interacting with the cats, which is also in violation.
But Mitchell says he shouldn't need permits, telling KSNV the big cats help him cope with PTSD.
My tigers are my emotional support animals.
The Americans with Disabilities Act does not recognize tigers as emotional support animals, and wildlife experts say they shouldn't be. So you don't buy the emotional support animal thing, do you?
No, I mean, it's very, very difficult to try to interact and live with a tiger, so there's no way that it's emotionally supporting. It's more like a dangerous thing that you're spending every minute trying not to get hurt.
If this all sounds like an episode out of the hit 2020 documentary Tiger King.
My name's Joe Exotic, and this is Thunder and Lightning.
Well, it could be.
I rescued those tigers from Joe Exotic.
The Tiger King.
Okay. The Tiger King.
Mitchell says some of his tigers used to belong to the show's star, Joe Exotic, who is currently serving a 21-year prison sentence in a murder-for-hire case involving animal welfare activist Carol Baskin. Mitchell was charged with resisting arrest from Wednesday's raid. He has since been released on bond. The sheriff says he may face additional charges after what they discovered.
Things like there were water dishes with no water for the animals, water dishes that had algae growing in the dishes. One or two of the animals were noted to be visibly appeared to be underweight, skinny.
Mitchell denies any allegations the tigers were mistreated. They've been taken to an undisclosed animal sanctuary. He's vowing to sue the county and fight to get them back.
I may fail, but I'm going to at least try.
Dana Griffin, NBC News.
All right, it's impossible to talk about money news without talking about President Trump's tariff push, which now has grocery shoppers bracing for impact. CNBC's Pippa Stevens joins us now with more on that and other business news. Pippa, so much going on this morning.
Good morning, Emily. Well, shoppers will end up paying more at the grocery store for household staples like coffee, bananas, and toilet paper as President Trump's tariffs go into effect. The Consumer Brands Association says some ingredients found in food, drinks, and goods aren't available domestically. The group says reciprocal tariffs on other countries will inevitably raise costs, limit access to affordable products, and unintentionally hurt U.S. manufacturers. Nissan is halting new orders of two Infiniti SUVs that are built in Mexico and sold in the U.S. following the new auto tariffs imposed by President Trump. Nissan says as a result, it will keep two production shifts that make the Rogue SUV at its plant in Tennessee after announcing plans back in January to end one of those shifts. And the world's richest people saw their combined wealth tumble by more than $200 billion yesterday in the market sell-off. That's the fourth largest one-day decline ever in the Bloomberg Billionaires Index and the largest since the height of COVID in 2020. Meta's Mark Zuckerberg and Amazon's Jeff Bezos leading the losses, with Zuckerberg's estimated wealth falling by nearly $18 billion and Bezos by nearly $16 billion. Emily, that's a lot to lose, but I guess they're still billionaires.
Pippa, that's right. Thanks so much. So many had no shortage of business headlines this morning. All right, this morning, the road to college basketball glory is in its final stretch. March Madness has delivered yet another thrilling tournament, building up to an epic round of Final Four matchups this weekend. Tonight's games on the women's side will decide who plays for the national championship on Sunday. Meanwhile, it's just the second time ever that each of the #1 seeds on the men's side have stayed alive to this point. To give us a preview of the biggest weekend in college basketball, I'm now joined by Baker Machado. He's the host of Front Office Sports Today, debuting soon. Baker, good morning. So much to break down. Let's start with the women's side. Is this Paige Becker's year, or do you think UCLA has a chance of cooling down those Huskies?
I mean, you would hope so. Paige Becker is one of the most decorated UConn players ever, and that is saying something because there have been a lot of incredible players that have come from that program. UConn going for their 12th national title, but she's never won one. The last time UConn actually won the national championship was back in 2016, but she has had an incredible tournament so far. She's averaging over 20 points per game so far in this tournament, likely going to be the #1 pick in the WNBA draft here in the next couple of weeks. UConn, by the way, the #2 seed in the tournament, the betting favorites to win the whole thing.
Wow.
So likely if you're going to bet on Paige Beckers, right now is the time to do it.
And then we've also got South Carolina up against Texas.
Yeah.
Juju Watkins, obviously her injury, a devastating blow to the team. But how is South Carolina? How do you think that they will fare?
Look, South Carolina just barely survived Duke, but they won it last year. They're trying to be the second team ever since UConn to win back-to-back national championships. They're still a 5.5-point favorite to beat Texas in this game, likely setting up a UConn-South Carolina national championship, which would be incredible to watch. But obviously South Carolina not as good, as you mentioned, as they were last year, but still, this is going to be a great game to watch.
All right, let's look at the men's teams now. Obviously, Duke, a heavy favorite here. A top-heavy Final Four, we could say. Duke's got that freshman phenom. How do you think the game is going to go as they take on Houston?
I mean, look at this. I mean, if you picked all #1 seeds to make your Final Four, you had a really good bracket this year.
Yeah, for once I didn't, unfortunately.
Yes. This is, by the way, the second time ever since 2008 that all 4 #1 seeds made it to the Final Four. And you mentioned Cooper Flagg. Yeah, he's likely going to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft, and he has just been incredible. A 20-point win for Duke in their last game against Alabama. Duke, the betting favorites to win the entire thing. They're a 5.5-point favorite to win this game against Houston. But watch out, Houston is the best defensive team in the country. So this, no doubt, going to be a great matchup to watch, too.
And then we've got Florida and Auburn.
Yeah.
Florida, by the way, those Gators just barely sneaking into the Final Four. What do you think? Who's going to make it?
Florida, I mean, has an amazing story. They have 9 they've had one loss since February. But as you mentioned, every game has been closer and closer and closer for them. They're just a 2.5-point favorite in this game against Auburn. So this is likely going to be the closest of all the matchups we have.
Okay.
And the big news here for Auburn is Janai Broome, the SEC Player of the Year, the #2 player behind Cooper Flagg of Duke, likely going to play in this game for Auburn. So this is going to be an amazing one to watch.
Undoubtedly, it will be an exciting weekend.
Yes, absolutely.
Baker Machado, thanks so much for being here
Thank
with
you.
us. Now let's take a closer look at a viral TikTok trend that has parents putting their toddlers to the test. It's known as the cookie challenge. Parents give their little ones multiple cookies while mom or dad gets 0 to see if their child will share. NBC News national correspondent Yasmin Vasugian tried it out with her own kid.
1, 2 y 3.
It's the viral challenge sweeping TikTok.
See what mommy's got?
Introducing #CookieChallenge. Little ones faced with an ethical dilemma. They get 2 cookies and one of their parents gets none at all.
I got 2.
For some, it's an impossible decision. Devastation that someone may be missing out.
I didn't get any.
Quickly remedied by a sweet gesture. Parents tickled and sometimes relieved by their little one's generosity.
Yay!
Other kids delighted with a double helping, wasting no time eating it all up.
But Mama doesn't have a cookie. What should we do, Lulu?
But with a little nudge can usually rise to the occasion.
Thank you, Lulu.
The question is, do these decisions mean something? Is this a true measure of a child's empathy?
I think we all have to be really mindful not to take this one small experiment, which isn't really scientific at all, and broaden it out to...
Dr. Jen Hartstein specializes in psychotherapy with children. She says your child's decision can be largely situational.
If you just did this challenge with your son and he just got home from school, is he hungry and wants a snack? And so I'm more vulnerable to wanting to keep my stuff because I'm hungry versus if he just had lunch and then you did this challenge with him, might you have a different reaction?
Dr. Hartstein says a full understanding of empathy doesn't click until age 3 or 4. I was hungry for answers. Would my kids pass the cookie or keep it all to themselves?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Whether your family member is a cookie monster or a distributor, rest assured that sometimes that's just how that cookie crumbles.
What is that saying about the child, if anything?
We cannot put all of our eggs in the basket that this is a determination of what this child is going to be like as they grow up, because it's not really determining that.
Yasmin Vasugian, NBC News.
Coming up, close call. A photographer steps up to save a sea turtle after a possible encounter with a shark. We'll have more on the remarkable rescue next. Welcome back. Hollywood continues to pay tribute to actor Val Kilmer, who passed away earlier this week at the age of 65. And yesterday we heard from his longtime friend and Top Gun co-star Tom Cruise. Cruise opened a highly anticipated appearance at CinemaCon in Las Vegas by honoring Kilmer, calling him, quote, an artist for all time. Cruise shared how grateful he was for the reunion in Top Gun Maverick before asking the audience to observe a moment of silence. Cruise was at the convention to promote his upcoming action film Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, set to hit theaters May 23rd. And let's end the hour with the story of a sea turtle whose life was saved by an underwater photographer after he was left struggling to swim from a possible shark encounter. NBC News' George Solis reports on his remarkable journey back to the blue.
It all centered on this crucial moment. But before this majestic creature of the sea was returned to the water, the loggerhead sea turtle named Lenny faced an uncertain future, even after 6 to 7 decades of life. That's underwater photographer Mike Papish, who rescued Lenny last month from a reef in the Florida Keys. Lenny is believed to have survived a shark attack that left him with a badly damaged flipper.
You think he sensed that you were there to help him?
Once we got him actually onto the boat, he kind of calmed down. He almost had this look in his face like, okay, it's over.
With some help, Mike rushed the 322-pound marine reptile to the Turtle Hospital in Marathon, Florida. The team worked around the clock to save the largest loggerhead they've ever seen. Betty Zirkelbach is the manager of the hospital.
It was
cool for us to get to see those animals up close and personal. This guy we turned right around because his blood work was normalized, he had no sign of infection, and he needed to get back out here.
Lenny, now much better thanks to his new friends,
1, 2, 3.
headed back into the turtle ambulance
It's okay, Lenny.
to return where this journey first started. Then it happened.
Bit emotional?
Always emotional.
So was Mike Papish for that deep blue farewell.
He looked back as I was getting his last shot and then just kind of waved.
George Solis, NBC News, on the Reef.
Oh, and we're all rooting for Lenny. That does it for this hour of Morning News Now, but the news continues right now. Good Friday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Ikeda. Joe and Savannah are on assignment. Right now on Morning News Now, meltdown, a financial freefall on Wall Street triggered by President Trump's tariff tussle. The major markets suffering their worst day of trading since the start of the pandemic yesterday as the commander-in-chief defends those new levies on nearly every U.S. trading partner around the world. So what does it all mean for your bottom line? We're watching your wallet in a moment. Plus, in the wake of President Trump's sweeping federal overhaul, we're getting a fresh snapshot of America's job market this morning, why the latest numbers could prove to be even more bad news for investors. Path of destruction, nonstop severe weather tearing across parts of the South and Midwest this morning with potentially historic flooding on the way. In Tennessee, communities already devastated by several tornadoes touching down. Mother Nature now responsible for at least 5 deaths there. Our Angie Lastman is standing by with your full weekend forecast. And Clash of the Titans. We're looking ahead to every moment you won't want to miss when the top men and women of March Madness tip off with some Final Four action in just a few hours. We begin this morning with the fallout from President Trump's newly imposed trade tariffs. This morning, China announced it will retaliate by implementing a 34% levy on all goods imported from the U.S. starting April 10th. The trade war is roiling financial markets. U.S. stocks are expected to open down again this morning. Following yesterday's sell-off, all 3 major U.S. indexes logged their biggest one-day drop in 5 years amid investor fears that a trade war could lead to a global economic recession. NBC News senior business correspondent Christine Romans has the latest.
A major tariff meltdown on Wall Street.
A very ugly day for the markets.
With markets tumbling yesterday in response to President Trump's sweeping tariff plan. The president not budging, saying he wants to reshape the global economy and level the playing field for the U.S.
The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom.
Americans may feel the effects right away. Shoppers are expected to pay more for everyday products like coffee, fresh produce, and toilet paper in the coming weeks, according to one trade group. Long term, as prices from everything to groceries to furniture to clothing and shoes go up, the total impact from all of Trump's tariffs could cost the average household $3,800 per year, according to another analysis. Car prices will also likely rise. Overnight, some automakers already reacting. Stellantis pausing production at 2 plants in Canada and Mexico, leading to 900 American workers at Midwest plants temporarily laid off. And Volkswagen announcing a new import fee on its vehicles, according to the Wall Street Journal. President Trump telling Americans the economy needs this.
It was a sick patient that went through an operation on Liberation Day.
Yesterday, administration officials originally saying that the tariff rates are here to stay.
Let me make this very clear. This is not a negotiation.
But the president 1 hour later saying he's willing to make deals.
The tariffs give us great power to negotiate.
While the president downplayed the stock market slide, financial experts aren't so sure.
I'd say buckle up until the president finds a way to take some of these tariffs back. I think we're going to have a bunch of really bad days in the stock market and even worse days in the economy.
JP Morgan predicting a 60% chance of a global recession this year if Trump's tariff plan continues.
This is having the rug pulled out from under your business.
Absolutely.
Businesses like Mulcherie Bridals, which imports gowns from Asia, are reeling.
The Chinese are not paying these fees. We are. It's a tax on America.
And thanks to Christine Romans for that report. So let's discuss the political fallout of all of this with NBC News Chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander. So, Peter, as we heard from Christine, the president is downplaying these market moves and defending his use of tariffs. But how is Congress reacting to all of this?
Well, first of all, this obviously is a major gamble by the president with Americans' money on the line. Emily, lawmakers, they all are already hearing about it. Republicans in particular right now finding themselves in this bind. Few of them, of course, willing to cross the president. Still, you can hear their reservations about the president's sweeping move. Take Ted Cruz. He warned that he doesn't think that high tariffs in place for an extended period of time would be good economic policy. He, like others in his party, basically saying that they'll give the president the next few months or so to see what happens. But he acknowledges if this trade war escalates and both sides jack up their tariffs, we saw what China is already doing in just a few days, that is a bad outcome. Some senators right now, they're proposing a new bipartisan bill to give Congress more power over Trump's tariffs. That is unlikely to go anywhere anytime soon. For their part, the Democrats, they're condemning the president's tariffs. They're finally finding, I think, a clear message to rally around, warning President Trump, Emily, warning that President Trump is driving the economy into a ditch.
Peter, let's talk about some other news from the White House. We understand the president has fired at least 3 National Security Council officials following a meeting with far-right activist Laura Loomer. That's according to 3 people familiar with the matter. So what more can you tell us about that?
So let's put this all together. So first, we learned that the two top officials at the National Security Agency were abruptly fired yesterday. The NSA oversees surveillance and intelligence operations within the Defense Department. Not clear why both of these career officials were forced out. The top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee calls it disturbing. And then, as you note, the White House had already just fired at least 3 National Security Council officials. The president even confirmed some of those firings. He argued that they were justified here. Those firings followed an Oval Office meeting, as you were talking about, where this far-right activist, a conspiracy theorist, her name is Laura Loomer, you see her there, pushed the president to fire them over the objections of his own national security advisor, Mike Waltz, according to one of our sources. The president denied Loomer played a role, but overnight, she herself took credit on social media, saying that she told the president that the officials were disloyal, Emily.
And Peter, speaking of security, it looks like the Pentagon's investigative office is going to probe Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's role in that Signal group chat leak we've talked so much about. What exactly are they going to be looking into there, and just how serious is this?
Yeah, that's right. So let's just focus on what we know right now from the White House. They've already said that this case is closed. The president's only lavished praise on Hegseth, so I don't think anyone here is anticipating that he could face any punishment. But the Pentagon's acting inspector general now is going to be launching this investigation. It comes about a week and a half after The Atlantic revealed that its editor-in-chief was mistakenly added to that Signal group chat that included Hegseth and the vice president and the national security advisor and other administration officials, all discussing upcoming military operations. The objective here is to find out whether Hegseth and some other defense officials complied with the Defense Department's policies by using Signal for official business, in effect sharing sensitive information there. Hegseth and other senior administration officials have repeatedly denied that he shared classified information in that group chat.
Peter, thanks so much for breaking all of that down. We appreciate it. And staying on the topic of tariffs, there's so much confusion surrounding the president's tariffs and trade war, including what's the goal of raising tariffs on our trading partners if Americans are the ones who will pay higher prices? NBC's Tom Costello is here to break it down for all of us.
Yeah, the bottom line, it's complicated, right? To make it simple, this is about whether the U.S. wants to continue being a key contributor in a fair global economy where products flow freely across international borders, or whether the U.S. wants to protect American companies and bring manufacturing jobs back, which could mean higher prices here at home. Think for a moment about everything you own: your car, furniture, your dishwasher, your computer, cell phone, clothing, tennis shoes. How much of it, if any, is made in America? Chances are not much. The economy went global decades ago as U.S. companies moved their manufacturing to other countries with cheaper labor and fewer regulations. The president's goal, bring those jobs back to America. To do that, he's making products made overseas more expensive.
We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that.
The Commerce Secretary insists companies will move back fast.
Everybody's going to move their factories here, and America is going to become the producer of much, much more of what we consume.
But most experts say it typically takes 3 to 5 years to build a new factory. All of it reminds many economists of a trade war that started in 1930 when President Hoover raised tariffs on imported goods to protect American jobs. Today, Hoover is blamed for making the Great Depression worse. In the 21st century, when America leads the global economy, can it afford to turn protectionist? The free trade versus protectionism argument has grown heated on CNBC.
If people make a decision to buy something from abroad, isn't that part of the freedom and independence people have?
They don't make
to
that
buy
decision.
things?
They make the decision to buy what's cheap, and that's the problem. Okay,
That's
we're
the
going to make
problem.
it so it's not artificially cheap anymore. Let people buy things made in America, period.
The White House and its allies say realigning the economy is like remodeling your house.
It's going to be really annoying in the short term when your house is getting remodeled. The reality is that remodel has got to happen in order to make things stronger and more stable on the back end.
So the question is, how long might it take to remodel an entire economy? How much will it cost consumers? How long will it take to rebuild the manufacturing base? And will these tariffs lead to inflation and recession here at home? Increasingly, that is the bet among economists and on Wall Street. Back to you.
Tom, thanks so much. Now to the ongoing threat of severe weather in the South and Midwest. At least 7 people have died and more than a dozen injured following a series of catastrophic storms, including tornadoes and flooding. The threat is still not over. Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee remain at risk for severe flooding. NBC News correspondent Kathy Park joins us from Selmer, Tennessee with the latest. Kathy, good morning.
Hey, Emily, good morning to you. Yeah, the severe weather keeps coming, and it really is a devastating blow for communities still reeling from the last round of storms. Here in Selmer, now that we have some light, we can kind of see the scope of the damage. It's quite widespread. Homes, businesses completely destroyed. This used to be a gas station, now just a pile of rubble, and all of this damage being blamed on a likely EF3 tornado.
This morning, millions of Americans waking up to a potentially historic flood threat.
We're also looking at some very heavy downpours.
With the multi-day storm system continuing to pound states across the country. Many now bracing for flash floods that forecasters are calling life-threatening and potentially catastrophic. With waters rising in the Midwest and Southeast overnight, the dangerous floods overwhelming cars and making roads impassable in Kentucky. In Tennessee, some homes underwater.
Pretty helpless this morning, honestly. All we could do was watch all this, rushing water.
This gym flooded in Nashville. For that state, it's already been a week of nonstop destruction with a relentless string of severe storms. In Selmer, parts of the town completely unrecognizable, with a tornado leveling homes, flipping cars, and tearing full-grown trees from the ground. And near Nashville, a home camera captured this moment. A twister tore the roof off a neighbor's shed and sent it flying. Tennessee's governor calling the scope of the damage heartbreaking.
It is total devastation.
In Arkansas, a massive twister Thursday reduced some areas to rubble. Morgan Ernest and her family barely made it to an underground shelter where they held on tight, knowing their home was being ripped to shreds.
The impact was so scary.
And unfortunately, the death toll from these storms now climbed to 7. And officials really across the region are encouraging people to stay on high alert because we're still in the thick of this multi-day event. And it's also worth noting that the ground is still pretty saturated from all these past storms. So any rain that we get today, tomorrow will likely quickly overwhelm roads and neighborhoods. Emily?
Kathy, thanks so much. Just a piece of the devastation behind you there. Now for the latest on the extreme weather, let's bring in NBC meteorologist Angie Lassman. She's been tracking the storms for us. Angie, good morning.
Good morning, Emily. Unfortunately, this unforgiving pattern continues well into our weekend. We are stuck with this stationary front and all this moisture still falling in some of the same places, and that severe threat will last today as well. We'll get you through all the details you need to know. Here's what we've got going on first. The heavy rain stretch essentially from the northeast back across parts of the Ohio Valley and Tennessee Valley and across parts of the plains as well. We've got a whole lot of folks under these flood alerts right now, topping more than 30 million across this section of the country. Notice all the red here. Those are flash flood warnings. No surprise, we've received ample amounts of rain across this region since really essentially Wednesday, and there is more to come. How much rain? Well, let's take a look at some of the numbers. We've got nearly 5 inches in Jackson since Wednesday morning, nearly 4 inches for Nashville and Hot Springs. Memphis, so close to topping 7 inches since Wednesday. And unfortunately, there is a whole lot more rain to come. We're talking potentially another 5 to even 7 inches in some of these spots. So no surprise that we've seen that incredible video coming out of these locations of those floodwaters. It's the urban flooding, the river flooding. Both of those are going to be on the table here as we get through at least the next couple of days. They'll start to see some improvements by the time we get to Sunday. But between now and then, the potential is there for us to see upwards of 10, even 12, close to 15 inches of rain across some of these spots through the end of the weekend. So the life-threatening and potentially historic flash flooding on the table. Notice where the high risk is. Paducah, Memphis, Little Rock. Unfortunately, these are some of the same spots that have been dealing with the high risk of flash flooding for days now, and that doesn't change through the weekend. We'll also see the potential for some of those stronger storms to develop, and the severe weather focused across that same region. You can see from Missouri stretching back to Texas. We've got Little Rock right in the middle of that, Shreveport, Memphis, but stretching up to Evansville and down towards San Antonio, a possibility as well. The long track, strong tornadoes are our greatest threat that we're going to see today. And again, it's centered across that same region. The hail, the wind gusts, also a possibility for us. We'll see the potential for the overnight tornadoes too. And then tomorrow, we really just do it all over again. The threat for tornadoes will be highest across parts of the South, though. So Louisiana to Arkansas, and you can see it extends all the way to the Gulf Coast, but back up to Ohio. So Ohio to Texas for tomorrow. The tornadoes, once again, strong, EF2 or higher in some spots, along with that tennis ball size hail and those wind gusts of 75 miles per hour. The good news is by Sunday, we start to see kind of still ingredients for severe weather, but the potential for it isn't quite as robust. We'll still be dealing with some storms and flooding across parts of the Southeast, Emily. But the good news is Atlanta, Montgomery, Panama City, they're in a slight risk. We're not going to see, again, those same kind of ingredients that led us to what we've been seeing the past couple of days and even what we have the potential for today and tomorrow. So we'll see the system on the move. That also means that by Sunday, much of that rain will start to shift to the east, too. So folks like folks in Memphis and Nashville, they'll finally get a break from that. Otherwise, big picture look for your weekend. Record highs for the Southeast on Saturday. Great conditions out west. That flooding, of course, is going to be the big story the next couple of days. And then on Sunday, the severe storms for the east, but a whole lot of sunshine across the plains.
I like that abundant sunshine.
We got to look on the bright side, and there is some bright skies somewhere, so Central Plains is where it's at.
Appreciate you, Angie. Thanks so much. Well, we may be in April, yes, but March Madness isn't over just yet. The Final Four weekend is set to tip off in just a few hours, starting with the women's games tonight and the men's on Saturday. And this year, it's a true battle of college basketball's elite. Nearly all of the tournament's top seeds are still fighting for a chance to cut down the nets as national champions. NBC News correspondent Sam Brock joins us live from San Antonio with a preview alongside some of your best friends, Sam.
So close. We have known each other for ages, or like 25 minutes. But I love these guys, Emily. I was going to ask you, I have a riddle for you. What does a gator and a tiger and a cougar and a blue devil have in common? The answer is history in San Antonio. The last time the 4 #1 seeds on the men's side all got to the Final Four was in San Antonio back in 2008. As for the women, South Carolina looking to repeat as national champs, Emily, and this comes under rare, almost historic circumstances with the college basketball world about to be set on fire.
In San Antonio, the stage is set. On the men's side, Duke, Houston, Florida, and Auburn forming a historically talented Final Four. All top seeds, all led by star coaches.
We're excited about being back at the Final Four. You don't know that you're ever going to get there once in your career.
Really proud of this team. Every team has a journey.
All of whom are seeking their first D1 national championship.
Our guys are not going to be satisfied going home Saturday night.
I feel we belong here. You know, I feel this is what we've worked for.
Before the clash of the Titans.
Everybody in San Antonio that wants to just come out and celebrate.
Fans in San Antonio snapping photos by a 3D bracket and soaking in the moment.
You live in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
What's the vibe like right now?
Right now, everybody's been super excited. Downtown's been packed for this thing.
Justin Harris coached Duke player Isaiah Evans when he was a high schooler and can't believe his fortune to see Evans and Duke take on Houston.
These are literally the 4 best teams in the country, you know, going head to head. It's kind of what you want to see and what you're here for.
It doesn't get better than that, does it?
No, not at all.
For the women, it's 3 1s and a 2. But that 2-seed UConn, one of the most dominant programs ever, and they just might be the favorite to win it all, taking on UCLA tonight, as South Carolina squares off against Texas, one of the only teams to beat them this year.
I don't look at ourselves as underdogs. We're South Carolina. I feel like it's not a lot of, it kind of put a little pressure off of us a little bit. I think we're just going to come and bring our A game. I mean, all of us wants to win.
Now, ironically, South Carolina, Emily, has only lost 3 games all season. It just so happens that those 3 teams are the other 3 teams in the Final Four. Women's tip-off tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. As for me and my mascot friends, I mean, this is kind of a tall order, trying to post up 4 different mascots. But, oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's physical. That's a foul.
This is the... Oh, so close. You know, Sam, I'm glad you went for it because I was going to make you try anyway.
That was illegal contact.
That's great. Sam Brock, thank you so much for entertaining us thoroughly this morning.
Took it to the hole.
More to come on this Friday edition of Morning News Now. A little later, we're digging into some new employment numbers out just this morning that could spell more bad news for the markets. But first, after the break, flaming out, another burn for Fire Festival Round 2. The chaos and questions this morning swirling around where exactly this cultural calamity will be held in a few short weeks. Those stories and more next. We're back with the political turmoil in South Korea. Earlier today, its constitutional court voted to dismiss President Yoon Suk-yeol from office. The ruling was a unanimous decision from the country's highest court to uphold the government's impeachment of Mr. Yoon. It comes after Mr. Yoon was suspended back in December for trying to declare martial law. Now, South Korea has 60 days to elect a new president. NBC News international correspondent Janice McIfire is live in Seoul with more on this. Janice, good morning. Mr. Yoon is only the second president in South Korea's history to be impeached and removed from office. Walk us through the details of the court's decision earlier today and how people are reacting.
Well, that's what makes it such an historic decision here in South Korea. The unanimous decision by the Constitutional Court that said South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol had betrayed the people in making that declaration of martial law back in December of 2024, and they upheld the parliamentary vote to impeach him. It means that Yoon is formally removed from office, and that triggered celebration and cheering in the streets today. Pro-impeachment supporters were kept separate from pro-Yoon supporters by thousands of police. There had been some concern that mass protests that have been called for today could have triggered violence, given how Yoon's ultimately failed martial law bid has divided people here and deepened this political crisis. That violence did not materialize today. From what we saw, people were happy when we were talking to them, most of them saying that they feel a sense of relief, that democracy has been restored to South Korea, and that maybe now the country can move on.
So we talked about how South Korea now has a 60-day deadline to elect a new leader. Janice, what happens next here?
Well, that is the next step. These elections that must be held within 60 days. In the meantime, the prime minister is the acting president, and he'll continue in that role until such time that a new leader is chosen. And when that person takes over, the first priority is going to be stabilizing domestic politics. There's very high tension between political camps. There's high tension with North Korea. And there's also some anxiety about South Korea's relationship with the United States. And it's not to say that uncertainty is going to magically disappear from South Korea. Yoon still faces a criminal charge of insurrection, and there are other trials and cases that are related to that failed martial law bid. After the ruling today, Yoon released a statement through his lawyers saying that he was regretful that he didn't live up to people's expectations, but there was no admission of guilt. He didn't refer to the ruling or to the court that had sealed his fate.
Janice, thanks so much for that. There are new developments this morning on the return of Fire Festival. Organizers of Fire 2 are now scrambling after a second venue in Mexico may have thrown cold water on plans to hold the music festival there next month. Morning News Now anchor Savannah Sellers has the latest.
A
Hey there, Firefest founder Billy McFarland told me back in February things would be dramatically different this time around. Guests would be staying in five-star hotels and eating gourmet food. But now the problem is the latest location in Mexico they were planning to do it may have fallen through. This morning, Fire Festival 2 in danger of flaming out. With the event just over 1 month away, there are now serious questions swirling about where the music festival will be held.
Playa del Carmen is insanely beautiful.
Just last week, creator Billy McFarland told customers the sequel to the doomed 2017 Fire Festival was being moved to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. But now city council officials there are refuting the city will host the event, writing in a statement, no such event with that name will take place in our city, adding there is no existence of a registry nor plans that would indicate such an event taking place in this municipality.
Our relationships with Playa may be new, but I know I speak for the rest of the team when I say we couldn't ask for a better group of people.
The statement coming just days after McFarland, his team, and a member of the local government held a press conference saying the festival there was a go.
We are very happy to have this festival in Mexico, in Playa del Carmen. We already have permits, so this is going to be very successful.
NBC News reached out to City Hall in Playa del Carmen for further clarification.
No one can get in the rooms, no one can get their bags. We've been here for hours.
The latest chaos appearing to echo the first fire fiasco 8 years ago, when organizers had to change locations 4 months ahead of the festival, putting attendees who were promised a luxury experience in emergency relief tents and eating bland cheese sandwiches. That festival landing McFarland in prison for fraud for 4 years, but he has repeatedly promised things would be different this time around.
I think Fire 2 really isn't about the past, and it's not really about me. It's about taking the vision, which is strong.
Tickets for the upcoming event range from $1,400 to over $1 million. And despite the festival failing miserably the last time, McFarland maintains Fire 2 is on.
Is it a risk to buy a ticket to Fire Festival 2?
I think it's always a risk. You're taking a risk because I made a lot of bad decisions and messed up the first festival. Until it's experienced, there is a risk component to it.
We reached out to the Fire 2 team to see what they had to say about Playa del Carmen's latest statement, and we didn't get a response. We also reached out to the government official that was part of that press conference that's from Playa del Carmen, and we are still waiting to hear back as well. The other big question, guys, who's performing? What is the lineup? No artists have been announced yet. They tell me that is coming soon, but that's an open question, and there are a lot of them still about Fire 2. Back to you.
Yeah, still so many questions. Savannah, thanks so much. Coming up, a spiritual shift among Gen Zers across America. After the break, why more young men are turning toward religion and embracing more conservative values. It's all prompting political parties to ask some big questions about the future of voters. We'll dig into that next. We're back with a look at an historic shift among young voters. For the first time, more young men are claiming religious affiliation and attending church at higher rates than young women. At the same time, men under 30 are leaning more conservative on social issues, raising big questions for both political parties. NBC News correspondent Morgan Radford attended a pastor's summit to speak to religious and political leaders about the shift.
20-year-old Owen Gerard has changed.
I was on the steps of the Florida State Capitol, advocating for climate activism, the Green New Deal, all that stuff.
A lot. And then now?
And I'm a staunch conservative.
A conservative voter and a conservative Christian.
What changed?
Well, really, it was the faith journey that really fundamentally transformed my political views.
For the first time in modern American history, more young men than women are claiming religious affiliation, a gender gap of 7%, while men under 30 who lean Republican have also outpaced Democrats for the first time in more than a decade.
You get aligned with other men that are like, hey, I actually have the same views as you, and it's like, it's okay to have that view.
Here at the Faith Forward Pastor Summit in Gainesville, Georgia, hosted by an arm of the conservative activist group Turning Point USA, the call for young conservative men.
We're called to be biblical and we're called to be political.
Is finding a bigger audience than ever before.
I had a burning desire in my heart, a heavenly desire that wasn't being filled by anything of this world.
Are you seeing more young men, Gen Z, come into the church?
Yeah, we are.
Here we are.
For Shane Winnings, who leads the national men's ministry group Promise Keepers,
what kind of man are you?
It's all part of a bigger strategy.
I think it's very intentional. And I think the messaging from the administration was very intentional.
The Trump administration.
Yeah, it was to win those kind of people.
Who?
And the young people, the men who want to be men.
If you fear culture, then you don't fear God.
Men who want to, or can be convinced to, return to what he calls traditional values.
What we're seeing in this erosion where now anyone can be a family. Two men can be a family and they can adopt kids, which I think is problematic. Two women could be a family, they can adopt kids. Marriage doesn't mean anything anymore.
What threat is that to you if those two men love each other?
Because you can point statistically to our society being eroded from within because two men automatically create an unstable household because that is not God's design for a family.
And you think that hurts America?
Absolutely.
Which extends to policy issues that he believes are fundamentally against God.
When we talk about the intertwining of faith and politics, a lot of the messaging here is about eradicating wokeness.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, I think wokeness, is really anything that comes against God's design. It's this progressive mentality. Wokeness is like DEI. Wokeness is...
And you think that's against God? DEI.
Yes, 100%.
How so?
Well, I mean, it is everything it claims to be against. DEI is discriminatory. It is racist. DEI says, what's your skin color and who do you sleep with? You're getting to the front of the line.
Can I push back on that?
Please.
My interpretation of DEI and affirmative action is essentially saying, not that you must promote me because I'm black, but you are not allowed to discriminate against me.
But that's already a part of our Constitution and already a part of our laws. DEI has been used to push people to the front of the line who don't belong there.
If someone calls some points and says that's a DEI hire,
I think that's wrong too.
Do you think they're pointing at you or do you think they're pointing at me?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, I think it's wrong to make a snap judgment. That is not godly.
Because it assumes that the only people who can have good things are straight white men.
Exactly. And that's a problem.
I'm excited. You have your Bible?
So at Promise Keepers, we are pushing biblical truth, which teaches people to look at the character. Listen what people are saying.
Are the young men who support LGBTQ rights or believe in DEI, are they welcome here?
They're welcome. They might not want to come back.
A sentiment that's echoed in recent polling. 67% of the country says homosexuality should be accepted, but less than half of young Christian men agree, creating a dramatic split with their Christian female peers, one that experts say could have an impact for decades to come.
So what you actually see is that young men are moving to the right when it comes to sexuality and gender, while young women are moving further and further to the left than any generation prior to them. The gender divide is going to get larger and larger.
A generational shift among men who say the political right is right for them. Morgan Radford, NBC News.
And coming up, some critical new jobs numbers out just this morning. We'll dig into the data and why it could prove to be even more bad news for Wall Street. Next. And we're back now with breaking economic news. The Labor Department has just released the jobs report for the month of March. It shows 228,000 jobs were added last month, beating economists' expectations. The unemployment rate now stands at 4.2%. Of course, here to break it all down for us, our economic dream team, NBC News business and data correspondent Brian Chung and Investopedia editor-in-chief Caleb Silver. Good morning to you both. Brian, let's begin with you at the big board. Break down the numbers. What's the new data showing us?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's start off with that unemployment rate figure that you just showed, 4.2%. That's essentially where we were as of a few reports as of late. So you can see that, yeah, it's an improvement from the 6% that we've seen prior to the recovery of the pandemic. But again, historically low, actually still near multi-decade lows on that front. But it was really the job gains themselves with 228,000 jobs coming in for the month of March. That puts us at around here compared to where estimates had us. Again, Wall Street economists were expecting something a little bit closer to 140,000. So this is a much better than expected jobs report and actually outpaces the job gains we had seen in January and February, which had been on the decline. Now, when it comes to some of the industries that we were watching going into this report, I have construction, motor vehicles and parts, and department stores, because these could be the groups that might be impacted by the tariffs going forward. Although I want to point out, this is the March jobs report, so preceded a lot of the tariff action that, of of course, we were talking about, which happened this week. But construction jobs actually added 13,000 in the month. Motor vehicle and parts manufacturing basically went flat for the month. And department stores, again, retail, you can imagine if there is a pullback in activity at the Targets and Walmarts of the world, this could get impacted. We did see a contraction of 1.3 thousand jobs in the month. Again, nothing too notable there, but these are the ones that we're going to be watching for that potential tariff impact in the months to come, Emily.
And Caleb, I want to bring you in here. What are your first impressions here? I know you're just beginning to pour over the data. What's standing out to you?
Yeah, I was looking at government jobs because obviously we've had a lot of government layoffs. We've had some furloughs, some of that captured in the data, but not all of it when you know how many jobs have actually been cut. Just about, I think, 4,000 to 11,000 jobs in the government sector, which we know is going to rise when we get this next jobs report in a month from now. So that's where I was expecting a much heavier number. Not all of that recorded or captured in the survey. But when you look across some of the other metrics, the labor force participation rate, wages, average hours of the working week, all of those are pretty stable when you look back over the past 12 months. But what we did see is a revision to the numbers from last month. Job gains actually revised lower to just about 115,000. That was lower than what was reported, and the month before was a little bit lower than reported. So this is much stronger than we expected. I still don't think we have a very clear picture of what's really happening in the labor economy, but this is, again, the rearview mirror report. Things were okay last month. We'll see what happens this month.
And Brian, I want to talk Doge here. What's your take on the impact of Doge?
Yeah, well, I mean, Caleb was just saying that we've seen some impact, but not necessarily the full brunt of it, because just before I go into the numbers that we saw in this report, again, as far as the number of federal workers that reportedly accepted the Doge offer, again, that was as of some time ago, as of February 12th, apparently there were 75,000 federal workers that accepted that quote-unquote buyout offer. First off, as a sliver of the overall workforce of federal employees, if you exclude the Postal Service, that's 2.4 million. 75,000 as a fraction of 2.4 million is not a huge number, but this jobs report doesn't even tell us that 75,000 people were laid off or are no longer working in the federal government. In fact, this report showed us that just a contraction of 3.2 thousand. So again, as Elon Musk and President Trump kind of tout the shrinking of the federal government, we saw a contraction of just 3,000 jobs in the federal workforce in the month of March as a fraction of 2.4 million. That's really small, but it's even a small fraction of the claimed amount of people that were supposed to take the Doge buyout offer, although there are, of course, some methodological questions about whether or not maybe they won't be classified as not working in the government until the end of that offer period, which I believe the payout is through the end of this year or through maybe the fall of this year. Maybe that's when we start to see the full impact of that. We'll have to watch.
Yeah, we'll continue to watch for those numbers to come. Caleb, I've got one more for you as we are now getting into the second quarter of the year. How much were the last 3 months an indicator of how the jobs market could play out as the year goes on?
I don't think we can learn anything from that because we know our economy is being turned upside down right now, completely reshaped through these tariffs. And when you think about some of the demand destruction that's happening, not just because of tariffs, which are a consumption tax, but a lot of the market cap, a lot of the companies' stocks are way down and they're going to fall again today. That's demand destruction that doesn't give companies a lot of incentive to hire, and especially if there's not demand on the other side from consumers and businesses who are going to be dealing with higher prices. We got a 10% across the board global tariff, so that's 10% on top of everything. And now we have reciprocal tariffs against many countries that we get a lot of parts from. And now we have retaliatory tariffs from China. So you can take the last 3 months and say, okay, that was what the economy was. This today, as of yesterday and Tuesday, really Liberation Day going forward, this is a brand new economy. And it's going to look very different, I would say, 6 months from now and a year from now.
All right. A big thank you to our economic dream team. Thanks, guys. More money news. A TikTok deal may be close, and President Trump is hinting at a possible trade-off if China gives the green light. CNBC's Pippa Stevens joins us now with more on that and other money news. Hey there, Pippa.
Hey, Emily, good morning. Well, President Trump says if China gives a little something, they may get something in return. Speaking to reporters on Air Force One, the president says he'd consider giving relief from U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports if the Chinese government agrees to approve the sale of TikTok's U.S. operations. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, faces a Saturday deadline to reach a deal to find a non-Chinese buyer or be banned. President Trump says the White House is very close to a deal with several investors involved. Meantime, Deloitte plans to lay off employees from its government consulting team, the latest sign of the impact of the Trump administration's sweeping cost-cutting efforts, which have hit the broader ecosystem of companies that support the federal government. Bloomberg reports it's unclear how many people Deloitte will cut. Many employees in the government and public service division have already been pulled off projects, because the government cut their funding. Deloitte has been hardest hit by government spending cuts compared to other consulting firms. And Hershey chooses the lesser of two evils. The chocolate maker striking a deal yesterday to buy the popcorn brand Lesser Evil for an undisclosed amount. The Wall Street Journal had reported the price is roughly $750 million. Lesser Evil makes a range of snacks using what it says are better-for-you ingredients, including popcorn made with avocado oil. Emily, back to you.
Pippa, I'm here for it. Always a fan of popcorn.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks so much. All right, an NHL player is on the brink of making sports history. Washington Capitals legend Alexander Ovechkin is only 3 goals away from scoring the most goals of all time. The Russian hockey star would break the current record set by Canadian Wayne Gretzky, who is better known as the Great One. Meanwhile, some experts say this isn't just a historic sports moment. It could also be a geopolitical one. NBC News correspondent Jesse Kirsch explains.
Washington's most watched athlete right now, a Russian.
Alexander Ovechkin.
Now, Alexander Ovechkin, who led the Washington Capitals to their only Stanley Cup, is about to shatter a ceiling once thought impossible. He's on the verge of passing Wayne Gretzky, who is currently the NHL's all-time goal-scoring leader at 894. The Great One, expected to be in the building when Ovi finally breaks that record.
How likely are we to see another hockey player take the title?
That's a great question. I don't think we're going to see it for some time. It's going to take at least, another generation, I think.
But could a Russian replacing a Canadian help break the ice for Moscow? And could that thaw the coldest war in sports since the Cold War itself? Russia in the political penalty box, isolated from international competition since its president, Vladimir Putin's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. These Russian soccer fans sure hope so, unfurling a banner that translates to, "We're with you. We're waiting for the record." Our team on Moscow streets say the people who are following closely think Ovechkin can bring the U.S. and Russia closer together.
I think they will help, of course, definitely. Sports have always reconciled everyone.
But with the war in Ukraine still raging and President Trump recently critiquing Russian President Putin, bringing warmer relations might be difficult.
Unfortunately, there have been tense relations, maybe biased attitude towards our citizens abroad, but everyone sees Alexander.
Russian President Vladimir Putin also hoping to lean on the game. The Kremlin saying Putin and President Trump talked about potential matches between Team USA and Team Russia on a recent call. The International Ice Hockey Federation declining our request for comment. The International Olympic Committee not getting back to us. Sports important to Putin, who regularly hits the ice himself. And Ovechkin's Instagram profile picture features him with Putin. The hockey star not quite skating away from Putin after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, telling reporters at the time, "Please, no more war. It doesn't matter who is in the war, Russia, Ukraine, different countries."
Ovechkin doesn't speak about the politics of it. He views it as Putin is his president in his country, and therefore he supports him.
And as President Trump says he asked Wayne Gretzky to be governor of Canada after proposing Canada become part of the U.S.,
Wayne was not too interested.
Fox News recently running an op-ed floating Ovechkin as Russia's next president, asking who might fill such a tremendous vacuum after Putin steps aside, and answering, quote, Ovechkin checks a great many boxes. Still, when he does break Gretzky's record, don't expect politics to silence fans in Washington.
Everyone will be giving him a standing ovation,
cementing his legacy on the ice, while Ovi's ability to help Russia's global relations is still very much up in the air. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
And coming up, if it's Friday, well, that can only mean one thing. After the break, we're diving into the latest and greatest from the world of entertainment. Grab your morning popcorn. It's everything you simply can't miss this weekend. Next. This hour. It's Friday, which means it's time for your weekly can't miss list with all of the films and shows you need to see this weekend. This week, Bravo personality and host of Shaken and Disturbed, Darren Karp, joins us on set. Darren, so much to talk about.
Yes.
Where do you want to begin? I'll let you take free reins here.
Obviously, Minecraft, Emily. I mean, that is where we have to start.
Yes,
I mean, it's
Jack Black.
Jack Black. I mean, this has been like the press tour. It's like a little bit less than Wicked, but still a very big press story. I don't want to compare it to Wicked or Barbie, but, you know. So we got Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Danielle Brooks. I mean, star-studded cast, super fun. Obviously, this is good for the family. If you've ever played Minecraft, which the kids do these days. It's a game about blocks and community and characters and how they kind of interact. That's the best
And
adult
how does that
way.
translate to the big screen?
Well, it does it kind of well. I mean, as you can kind of see with Jack Black, it's like being inside this video game. He actually plays a character that was like one of the first skins from the original Minecraft.
Okay.
So all of these characters are kind of getting together to like fight their universal world from evil. It's a good family. It's a good family movie. Obviously, if you've played Minecraft, there's a lot of Easter eggs in there with the characters and everything. If you haven't, it's just fun to watch Jack Black, Jason Momoa, and Danielle Brooks kind of on the screen. So I recommend it either way.
Okay, so now to the film The Luckiest Man in America, which is based on a true story about a contestant on the game show Press Your Luck.
Correct.
What do we know?
Okay, Luckiest Man in America, Paul Walter Hauser is playing Michael Larson. And I'm a game show fanatic. I want to be a game show host. So I've known this story for a long time. You know the show Press Your Luck, which is really no whammy, stop. In 1984, Michael Larson was studying Press Your Luck, realized it wasn't just a series of random patterns of lights. It was actually just 5 patterns of lights. He memorized them. Wow. And then he won $110,000 and has had this record-breaking win on Press Your Luck in 1984, which is about the equivalent of $330,000 today. So much so that CBS actually accused him of cheating, even though in theory, it's a little bit like counting cards. It's like, if you're able to do it, I don't really know if it's cheating, but like, if you memorize those patterns, I do believe you earned it. But Paul Walter Hauser is amazing, and this is out in theaters, and it's a great game show story.
Okay, you sold me on that one. And so if you're staying in this weekend, there's another true story to watch on Hulu starring Michelle Williams as a terminal cancer patient, which is getting great reviews.
Yes.
What do we need to know?
Dying for Sex, all 8 episodes are out on Hulu. So this is actually based on the 2019 podcast, which was released by Wondery in 2020 by the same name, Dying for Sex, 6 episodes about best friends Molly and Nikki. Jenny Slate is actually playing Nikki, and Molly is played by Michelle Williams. She is Molly is diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer after repeatedly telling her doctors, you know, I'm finding a lump, and they kind of ignore her. Eventually, it kind of gets to the point where there's really no going back, and the cancer is eating her alive. She sort of realizes she's never had an orgasm, so she goes on this journey of sexual exploration, dates all these men on Tinder, kind of becomes this dominatrix. It's really a story of friendship, but female empowerment. And even though Molly unfortunately passed away in 2019, she leaves this really enduring kind of hope in this movie. And Michelle Williams, I think, does her justice, and Jenny Slate and their chemistry. It's just dynamic, and it's a really, really, really good show.
And something tells me there's laughing through hardship along the way, too.
Absolutely, yeah, because she's becoming like a dominatrix while having stage 4 breast cancer. So there's a lot of good themes sort of mixing in, but it really is a funny, good
haven't heard that plot line before. I do want to talk about Pulse on Netflix because I keep hearing from friends in the medical world that this is very realistic.
Very realistic. So if you're watching The Pit on Max, which is amazing and excellent, this is sort of Netflix's version of their medical procedure. It's kind of having this resurgence from ER. So Pulse on Netflix is their response to it. It takes place in Miami Trauma Center that's actually preparing in real life for a hurricane. But don't worry, because unlike The Pit, you kind of get a little bit more of their personal lives. The Pit takes place just in the hospital on hourly shifts. This actually can, even though they're preparing for the hurricane, you actually get a little bit more of their personal lives, and they fall in love, and the drama there. So there's a little bit more to hold on to, but it's Netflix's response to their medical procedure.
Okay, thanks for clarifying for me. So many good medical dramas to watch right now.
Yes.
And then, of course, we can't not talk about Kevin Bacon in The Bondsman.
Yeah, so Kevin Bacon, this is brought to you by Blumhouse. What I like about this, all 8 episodes are out on, I think it's 8 episodes, on Amazon Prime. What I like about this, so Blumhouse is very famous for doing, you know, Paranormal Activity, these kind of like bare bones, scary movies. This is a horror comedy in a sense that he becomes a bounty hunter after he is murdered for the devil, trying to find these demons that are out in the real world. The premise seems a little crazy, and it does have a little bit of a Walking Dead scare to it, kind of a zombie devil aspect to it, but you're kind of laughing along the way. I like it. Kevin Bacon stars in it. I recommend it.
Okay, quick final note. Sunday, big day. Will you be watching The White Lotus?
Of course, 90-minute finale, the longest finale that we've had, 12 minutes longer than the season 2 finale. I just hope, Emily, that they wrap up these storylines because I have questions.
Questions, outstanding questions. Darren Karp, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being with us. That does it for this hour of Morning News Now, but the news continues right now.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.